Cost of living crisis, but you still want to buy that new car? Here are 5 things that you can do to get a better deal on a new or used car and potentially save you thousands of pounds. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 hacks to help save you thousands on your next new or used car. I'm also going to explain how I saved over £2,800 on my BMW 1 Series. Make sure you stay to the end for my bonus hack to save you even more money. Before we get into it, I would say that now is a good time to buy a new car if you are buying cash. There's definitely some good deals to be had. Dealers are definitely in the mood to have a deal with you and knock a little bit of money off. However, if you are trading a car in, that is where you're going to have to work that little bit harder. It's also not a great time if you are financing because the cost of finance is quite high at the moment. The main thing to remember here is that dealers are negotiating. They do want a deal. The economy is slowing down that little bit. People aren't spending as much money. There's definitely room for negotiation. Right, let's get into the top 5. Number 5. It sounds really simple, but if you are trading a car in, make sure you wash it and hoover it out. Present it nicely. If you present that vehicle nicely, if it looks good, if it's well looked after, the dealer is more than likely to give you a better price for the trading value of that car, and you might be able to negotiate an even better price with the dealer for that trade-in. Number 4. Don't just rely on the trading value that the dealer is offering for your car. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your due diligence. How much is that car worth? And make sure you look on Motorway or We Buy Any Car. Get a comparable price. How much are they willing to give you for that car? These are just some of the many places you can sell your car. On top of that, how much potentially could you sell it for privately? Maybe your vehicle is quite sought after. Maybe it's better to sell it private. Yes, it can be a little bit more hassle, but could be worth an extra £500,000 depending on the value of your car, maybe even more. Once you've done that research, once you've done that due diligence, take that information with you to the dealer and use that as leverage to negotiate a better trade-in value. Number 3, don't be too keen, okay? And don't be too keen on the car specifically. Yes, it might be the car that you want. You might have already fallen in love with it, but don't tell the dealer that. Don't let the dealer know how much you want that car. Don't show your cards. Don't show your emotion. Even if it is the car of your dreams, make out to the dealer that actually it's not your favorite color, or it's not your preferred color of that car, or it's missing that pano sunroof or a certain feature that you wanted. Use these as ways of leverage to encourage the dealer to come down on his price, perhaps take a little bit of money off. At the end of the day, it's a little bit of a mind game, and for some people they shy away from this. I actually really enjoy it. I enjoy getting in there, having discussion, even make light of the fact that they have their sales patter where you offer them a price and then they go, oh, I've got to check that with my manager, and then they come back and they go, oh no, we can't do that. You know, enjoy that process, get involved in that process, but let them know that this maybe isn't quite the car of your dreams and they're going to have to do something for you to bring that price down a little bit. Number 2, use Auto Trader against the dealer. Find some cheaper nationwide examples of the car. What I mean by this is get yourself on Auto Trader, have a look round, find some cars that are the same shape, the same color, the same model, the same spec, etc. Similar mileage, hopefully lower mileage perhaps, and take that to the dealer and show them and say, look, I can get this car from wherever that little bit cheaper, and use that as a bargaining chip and see if they will price match it or bring the cost down. Tell them, I'm not bothered about buying a car blind. You know, it's pretty common practice now after COVID. So use that against them. So use that as again, another bargaining chip to bring the price of the car down. Number 1, My number one tip for reducing the cost of buying a new or used car is by using external finance from the dealership. Don't use dealership finance unless you absolutely have to. In fact, you can often get a much better rate by financing it through a broker like Forza, like Oracle, or like Magnitude. By the way, this isn't sponsored at all. They are just three of the most common brokers that I often look at when I'm looking to buy a new car on a PCP deal. They always beat the dealership finance interest rates. So you are going to save money by using an external broker. That could be either as a purchase option or as a PCP deal. I'll go into it a little bit more detail at the end, but I'll explain how I managed to get my monthlies for my 1 Series down from £350 to £300. Right, there's my 5 top hacks to save you money when you're buying a new car. Here's a cheeky little bonus one for you. Now this works best if you're buying a car cash, but also works well if you are financed. Negotiate the deal using the hacks I've given you. Go ahead and use dealership finance. To the dealer, this will mean that they think they are going to be making commission on that finance that you're going to be taking out with them. Line up secondary finance, or you've got the cash to pay it off in full anyway. Line up your secondary finance with one of those brokers. Complete the deal, take out the dealership finance. Because you're using the dealership finance, they will be more inclined to give you a better discount overall. They'll be more inclined to take some money off the price of that vehicle. Once you've taken the deal out, once you've completed it, and drive that car away, and at that point, what you do is you phone up the finance company that you've taken the dealership finance out with, and you pay it off. You can pay it off in cash, or you can use a broker to pay off that finance, getting a better rate from the likes of Oracle or Forza. If you're wondering how I saved money on my BMW 1 Series, my biggest saving was over £1,800, and this was through using external finance. The initial monthly price for the finance from BMW was £350 per month, but I managed to use an external finance company and got my monthlies down to £300. So that worked out at over £1,800 over the lifespan of the PCP agreement. I also managed to negotiate a better price for the trade-in vehicle. We traded in our 5 Series BMW, and we managed to get a little bit more in terms of value for that. And then finally, by using comparables online of other BMWs from other BMW dealerships around the country, I managed to bring the price of the BMW down. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Let me know in the comments if you managed to save any money on your new car deal, or let me know if I've missed any hacks or tips to get a better deal on a new car. If you're wondering what this is, just had surgery on my wrist, so I have got some nice car reviews lined up, and we'll be continuing with the van build very shortly. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more car content and more van build content coming very soon.